Hey everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome back to my channel. Today I am setting up my bill tracker and I want to explain this in detail in case you are curious as to how I personally break down my paycheck budgets. A lot of the time many people had assumed that I only pay a small portion for my bills, but that is absolutely not the case. I do have quite a few of expenses and I just think it's easier and less of a blow to your budget when you break things down into small portions. So I really hope that by breaking down the bill tracker, a similar form is available for free download on my website. It's a portrait layout instead of this landscape, so you can definitely head on over there. It's in a bundle, so you just have to look and it's included in a bundle. You can just click it and print that specific page. So let's just dive right on into this. So I have laminated my bill tracker because I'm able to just reuse it over and over again, and I just use a Sharpie to mark everything in. So let me zoom you guys in just a little bit, that way you can see a little bit clearer. So this is what the bill tracker is used for, or how I use the bill tracker. There are many types of trackers out there that tracks your bills for the entire year. I do it for a monthly setup, and it's specifically for simplicity for my paycheck budgets. We get a weekly pay from my husband's company, and I also get a paycheck every other week. So what I do here is right up at the top, there's blank spaces, and I write in when our paydays are. So as I'm filming this, it's currently the second week of July, so I've already paid these bills. So let me check mark the bills because I've already set that aside for the month. Now let me explain how I set this up. You're gonna see some underline, I call it a highlight. So if I would have printed this out on regular paper without the laminated sheet, I would have highlighted what you see underlined. And what that signifies and what that represents is when I have to have that total bill ready to be paid, right? So all of my bills are set to auto pay. So on the due date, it's going to be automatically withdrawn from our main checking account. We don't have a separate bank account for bills only, but the main checking account, that's where we receive our direct deposits, and that's when all of the bills are paid out of. So we highlight when we have to have that total amount ready to be paid. So that's what these underline represents. All right. Now, how is it that I break down these bills? Let's just do this together and kind of walk through the process. If you can see here, hopefully you can read my little writing. Sometimes it smudges away after being on here for a while. So hopefully you can see this a little bit clearer. I think that might be better. What we're gonna do is, let's start with right up at the top. So our rent. Our rent is due on the 1st of every month. Obviously, we need to make sure that we have that total amount in our bank account right before the due date, okay? That way we won't go negative. So what we're gonna do is we'll take the $1,500 and we're gonna divide it by the number of pays leading up to the time that we have to have it fully funded. So we need to have it fully funded, meaning the entire amount ready to be paid on this day. So I'm just gonna get my handy dandy calculator. I don't like this it's too big. Let me get my little mini one. Hold please. All right, okay, yeah, much better. The other one was too big for this little frame. So we're gonna take the $1,500, right? And we're gonna divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4 paydays. So we're gonna divide it by 4. And that gives us that $375 that I normally always set aside from my paycheck. So I'm just going to write that number $375 right across. $375. And then I know we'll be good. Same thing for the internet. So we're going to take, same thing, the total amount due. We're going to divide it by the number of paydays leading up to when we need to have that total funded. So $27.25 is what we will be paying. All right. And then with the phone, we set $109.21 is for mine and my husband's phone. Reason why it's a little bit more than what it had been at one point, and I guess this is me sharing more information. We had upgraded our phones, and with that there is now like that extra phone like payment, but because we traded in our phone we got a discount. So we both have brand new iPhones, but with that then technically, you know, we have some sort of a debt. Even though it's through the phone, we have a balance owed on each of our phones, and so therefore our phone bill is a little bit higher than what I would have wanted, but we're managing, it's okay. So with this one is a little bit different. So this is due on the 6th of the month. So we've already paid that for the month of July, but for the 6th, I'm actually gonna pull out my calendar so I can look at the dates. We will have how many paydays leading up to that? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's going to be a payday on the 5th of August, so there will be 5. So we can actually take the $109.21 and we can divide it by 5 instead. So we can see that it's telling us 21.84, but what I can do is say we're going to set aside $22. Let's just round it up to the nearest dollar. So $22 we can set for the first 4 paydays, and then the last one will be a little bit less to complete that total bill. All right. So I hope that this is making sense thus far. It's just been super, super helpful for us doing it this way, especially since we are paycheck budgeters, and it's just been really nice. So now for some of these over here. So we can see this has already been paid for this month, and since there's small amounts, I'm not gonna divide it up, you know, based on the number of pays, just because this is 99 cents and $14.72. So I just do the full amount on the due date. Next thing we have here is a Disney Pass. So we can see here that the total payment for this is $36.66. We've set aside $10 from the first payday of July, and in total what we have set aside in our bank account specifically for Disney, the Disney Pass, is $30. So what I typically do is I'll divide it up. 3 paydays will put aside $10, and then on the last payday to complete the bill, we're just going to set aside the remaining $6.66. I know that number can be a little bit scary to people because it says 666, but it's fine. Next thing is identity theft. We are going to put aside $12.90. For this, we had talked about it. We might revisit this and see if we really want this. We have Credit Karma, and we do a lot of our own monitoring for identity theft, and I'm not sure if we need this right now. Curious to know what your thoughts are on that. The next thing is our car insurance. Total payment for car insurance is $76.03. And currently we have $60.93 for our car insurance. So what I'm going to do is take the $76.03 and I'm going to subtract what we've already allocated specifically for car insurance. And this leaves us with $15.10 left to pay the car payment on the 15th. So I'm probably gonna not set that money aside from this payday, and I'll just complete the payment on this day. And we're just gonna skip this one. So I'll just put a little dash. You see how I did that? I hope that that makes sense. So I'm going to continue through for this one because I forgot to complete it. As I mentioned, we set aside $10 3 times, and then one time we set aside $6.66 for the Disney Pass. So by looking at this, I see that we have 1, 2, 3. Let me look at my August calendar. We'll have, yep, 1, 2, 3, and then a 4 time before the bill is due. So we'll go ahead and put 10, 10, and 10 for this. And then for the car insurance, it's roughly the same amount each month, so $76.03. And we're gonna divide that up by 1, 2, let's look at the calendar, 3, 4. So we'll divide that by 4 because I have 4 paydays leading up to that bill. And we're gonna set aside, whoops, 76.03 divided by 4. Let's just do $20 for that we'll set aside. The next thing we have here is the life insurance, and I see that we will have to have it completed by the 15th payday. So I'm just gonna put the $12.70 right here. The next life insurance is $17.78, so we'll just complete that payment on the 22nd payday because this is due on the 26th. So you see how this is working out so far. I hope you are following me. Next one is MediShare, and it's $316 for a monthly payment. MediShare is our alternative to health insurance coverage. And right now we've only allocated $79. So again, taking that $316 and we're gonna subtract the $79 that we've already allocated. That leaves us with $237. So we have 1, 2, 3 paydays. So $79 is what we are going to be marking out to set aside each of those paydays. And I'm just going to continuing on along for the following month because I know that we'll just continue down that routine. We have iTunes, it's 99 cents. It's due on the 1st, or excuse me, this one is due on the 30th. And then the last payday is on the 29th, so we would have to make sure that we have that allocated. And then down here, I have these two separated because that is paid with the income I earn from my side income. I do cover MailChimp and my Amazon Prime with what I make here on YouTube. So thank you for watching any of the ads. I do earn a little kickback from you watching that, and also heading over to my website. I have some ads on there as well, and so I just appreciate each and every one of you. I also earn from Amazon as well for using any of the links that I have. So I greatly appreciate you guys supporting me in that. It really, really makes a huge difference, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. So $15.13 is what I just will be paying, and $45 for MailChimp. MailChimp is what I use to send out any emails to you who may be on my subscriber list. So if you head over to my website, I do offer freebies every month. I haven't sent the one out for this month. Normally I do send out the first Saturday of every single month, but with the holidays and with different changes that I have going on in my schedule, I wasn't able to get it out. But if you are on my email list, be on the lookout. I will be sending it out very shortly, and I apologize for the delay on that. So now we are completely done filling out the bill tracker. By doing this, I now will be able to look at this page specifically on my paydays, and I won't be confused as to where's our money gonna go, how much should we set aside for each of the bills. I've already laid it out right in the beginning of the month. Normally I do this before the month begins, but again, time kind of got away from me just with getting back onto a routine of things, and I hope that this is just helpful for you guys. Now with this, let me actually zoom this out so I can add it to my planner. With this, what I do is I'll just put it in my July setup. So I'll just put this right here, and I've punched the holes in it so that way it can go nicely in my planner, and I'll just flip to this every payday, and it just makes life so much easier for me. So I hope that, yeah, you guys found this helpful, And now when tomorrow's payday comes, I'm ready and I can go ahead and just flip to this and write out my paycheck budget breakdown. That is actually what I'm going to be working on now. If you'd like to see my paycheck budget breakdown, if you have any questions for me at all, please let me know in the comments down below. I hope to see you guys right here. That way we can set this up together. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you guys right here in a brand new video. Bye guys.